Taking a look at gold here. On the daily, we got a high of 3,370.50 from yesterday. Just above the 1 day max. And we also have this prior resistance at 3,363.90. So right up at that level. Could we get continuation up? Yes. I don't. The past 3 days have been up. Could we get a case for a breakdown? I think so. If we break below this 30-minute low, I would say so here. 361.80. Let's see what that corresponds to on the smaller time frame. Okay, so that is GEX 2 here. All right, so we should have entered in here, which we did. You're making a new daily high here. Call resistance about a point and a half away on GLD. So you see, I don't have that here. 1 day max 368. Let's see if there's any news. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and close out there. Okay. Nice trade to start. $37 on 2 contracts. Not bad. NQ is just looking range bound here. I think the play is gold right now. Or I think YM. No, not even YM. Looks like ES is at a day high. NQ is just consolidating here between GEX 4 and GEX 5. Like gold for a potential short at the 1 day max, 368 to 369 here. So put alert and come back. At that point and see if we get a potential short. Got a lot of levels here. What's the overall trend, though? I don't want to go necessarily against the trend. Looks like potentially a inverse head and shoulders here. As you can see, shoulder one, head, shoulder. So really a break above here. We could see continuation. And potential follow through here if we can get up to this next call resistance. How are we doing on volume? Decreasing volume. All right. On the 30-minute. Spike in the 5-minute. So you can see after this big spike here at 5 this morning, looks like we moved 10 points and then started consolidating lower, held that, and then gradually moved up here. So after a big spike, that is something to look for. Take your profits. See a big spike like that in volume, take your profits if you're in a trade, or look for a change of direction and a counter trend trade here after a spike in volume like that. You see the 1 minute are continuing to decline here. So looking for a potential short coming up. And let's go ahead and enter one here. Where do I want to add? Let's see. Oh, 360, 850, 368. Putting a take profit at the first pivot in case that turns into support here. And looking for the overnight open here. Globex open. 3,351.80. I'm going to add here below. If it'll let me. I guess not, because I got a 3 micro limit max here. So let's go ahead and do this. There we go. So I am front running this a little bit. So the stop would be 3,372 above this Gex 8. Looking for, so what is that? Let's measure that. $72. Looks like about $60 to make. One to one on the first position, and then 2 to 1 on the second exit here. If I add one, we'll take off a little bit more here as well, and just let this other one run. Okay, we're in here for 3. I'm gonna go ahead and move my stop down. I don't like risking that much here. First take profit potential. Okay, we can use this GEX for 366.80 and then 365.80. So that's not much profit. I'm going to go with call resistance here on the first one. I'm going to put a timer up for 5 minutes. So if this trade doesn't at least fill this first order, I'll exit if I'm not stopped out before then. All right, getting close to the 5-minute mark here. I'll move this up.
Get filled.
Got some selling coming in. Let's see if we get some bigger numbers in a flush. Lock in profit. We're up $18 here on the remaining shares. So we'll cross over of the moving averages, but I don't know. Go ahead, lock in another. That's selling at the 67. Lower low here. Lower pivot. But yeah, we're out. All right, so $40 for the day. That one going counter trend was a lot more difficult. Even though we were at the 1-day max, if you're going against the trend, I guess it's a more difficult trade.